Nice.
Look at it. What's going on? Is it just me? Is it just me today? It's just me starting us out. I'm lagging. That's okay. Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for tuning in to Set and Destroy. I'm Stephen Taylor. I usually have a co-host with me, but he has unfortunately passed away, and we're doing everything we can to get him back with us. But he's going to be out for the foreseeable future. It's just me. We're going to do a special episode today. We're going to bring on a few of the old guests who have been on before. If you don't know, we are a bunch of comics. We like to sit down and watch old comics, bomb, have terrible nights. Okay, there you are, Colby. Oh my God.
Hello.
Oh, Colby, hello. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Steven?
You know, I'm doing
excited.
good. I was nervous to be up there by myself. That's a scary place to be in. I'm just looking at myself the whole time. I'm not a fan. If you don't know Colby is our producer. He's on every single episode. He's a sweet baby boy. Colby, can you give yourself a round of applause? Yeah. Am I lagging on anybody else's screen? I feel like
yes.
Yeah.
You
guys are so fucking lost without me.
Right. Hold on. I think we're back. I had to turn off the Wi-Fi on everything else. Yeah, Natalia gets it. Colby's here. We're going to have a very fun episode, very different episode than we've usually had.
Yeah,
Ryan,
Natalia, thank you.
You are a sweet little potato chip tuna fish salad. That's a kind thing. You know, you last a while.
Yeah, I wonder if you do full potato chips or crush them.
In the salad?
Yeah.
You got to crush them. You can't just have full potato chips in a tuna salad.
Like nachos.
Okay. Oh my God, that's horrendous. That's gonna sell.
Really sounds gross.
It's gonna sell so many tickets at Subway though. That's a Subway masterpiece. I got to figure out what's going on with my computer, man. I hate having to look at myself like this. I just keep freezing. This is terrible.
Yeah. Anyway, finally, somebody's getting his damn due.
His comeuppance. Yeah, we
finally.
Ryan. For those of you that don't know, Ryan is our co-host, and Ryan is one of the most horrifically mean people I've ever met. Just really lets other people have it without any regard for how they feel. And there he is. Dude, can you believe just the audacity? He's been avoiding this. We used to do these episodes and everybody would make fun of us. We'd play some clips of us bombing, and we haven't done that in a while. And so we thought about it and we decided, this would be a good week to kind of put everything back. Ryan needed a humbling. He's been kind of flying too close to the sun since he moved to Denver. That altitude has gotten him a little too high on his own supply. So we wanted to bring him down. We have some old guests that are going to come in. As soon as they come in, I'm going to refresh my laptop because this is horrific and I hate seeing it.
Sorry, hold on.
So we're going to bring them in. These are two of our favorite guests that have been back, and they know Ryan pretty well, and I think they would enjoy getting some vengeance. So please welcome in two Kansas City staples, one New York City soon-to-be staple, and two of our very good friends. Bring in Joe Nunnink and Aaron Scarbrough, everybody.
Howdy doody.
How y'all doing?
Oh, fuck. Am I pulling a Stephen Taylor over here? Is it just like a
No, you're good.
Still photograph of me as well? Yeah.
A little bit. We'll get there. It gets better, I swear to God.
How we doing,
All
boys?
right.
Hey, fellas. What's going
Dude,
on?
we're gonna destroy this guy. All right, we are gonna fucking bury this little anemic boy 7 feet under the ground. Am I right?
Are you talking
personally
about?
think that we should.
I'm talking about Trickey.
Okay.
We should come from a place of trying to help him get better, I think. But
yeah, you've always been a really altruistic. You always sort of want the best for people.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Colby.
Do you think there's any way to really help Trickey? I've been telling him ways he could get better for years, and he's never taken my advice.
What are some of the things that you've told him to?
To quit. I mainly tell him to quit every time I see him.
Right.
To get rid of the trench coats. I've been telling him tweed was not for him for like 4 years, and the dude still has so much tweed.
He has never worn a piece of clothing that looked natural on him at all. I don't think that there's any clothes out there that he can wear, that he can rock whatsoever. Nothing looks right on him. Nothing.
Yeah. No, even when he
guys are. I think you guys are crossing a line here a little bit. Just because it's not easy to buy clothes when you have the frame of Pinocchio, and
that's true.
It's not. Every trip to the store is like an adventure for him.
Yeah, every shirt that Ryan tries on, he has to make sure that the collar can fit over his head without messing up his hair. So it really
exactly
all of the choices that he has. Lori Whitmer Duke is tuning in. That's Ryan's mom. I'm sorry that you're about to watch this.
Oh my God! Can I just roast her?
We thought about having her on. We really wanted to have her back. He rocks that flannel like nobody's business. Yeah, he's been rocking the same flannel since he was on.
Yeah, it's true. There was one shirt that he rocked, which was that flannel for 7 years, and we had to. You guys buried it, right? There was a burial for the, and But now we're gonna finish off the rest of them. So we got the flannel down, and now we're gonna murder the man that wore it for so long.
Yeah, we need to take him out. He's finally earned it. I think that his bio says it all. Ryan is a man of the people. And I don't know which the people those are, but they're doing okay. Check on them.
Can we pull up his bio, his actual comedy bio? Can we roast that really quick?
Please.
That.
Actually,
Colby, can you find that anywhere? Let's see if we can get that.
I bet.
This seems like the next one.
Do you think Ryan has a website? Surely he has a website, right?
Just pull up his fan page on Facebook.
He has a fan page on Facebook.
He has for years and years, before he even started.
I don't think his bio would be on that though. Let me see.
Oh, there's a RyanTrickey.com. It's sponsored by Squarespace. Hold on, I got you right here. You ready for it? Ryan Trickey is a Kansas City born and Denver based comedian, because that's important. Ryan is open for some of the greatest working comics today, such as Big J. Okerson, Sal Volcano, Greg Fitzsimmons, Joe Mandy, Joe List, Mark Norman, and Doug Stanhope. Ryan, you didn't open for Doug Stanhope. You were at a Nebraska show, and he said you could do some time.
I fucking opened for Doug Stanhope.
Ryan's also open for an Elvis Impersonator, but that was a complete disaster and doesn't belong in a bio. Ryan is a regular host at the Kansas City Improv, and he also works at other clubs, corporate events, bars, pubs, caves, backyards, attics, and basements all over the country.
Wow. But yeah, the Improv in Kansas City flies him out to host. He's that good at hosting. Not very many clubs will fly their host out, but
I love some of the greatest working comics today, like Sal Volcano. Practical Jokers, one of the best. One of the best.
Right.
One of the best. Ryan Trickey is flown in from Denver to open for the greatest comedians of all time on a regular basis.
Right.
He does weddings. He does. What was was the list at the end of all the other places that he performs at? This is where really is going to sell it to bookers when they read this.
He also works at other clubs, which is
that's good.
Very specific. Yeah. Corporate events, bars, pubs, caves.
I know the corporate event.
Bars and pubs?
Bars and pubs. Yeah. No,
bars
he's playing
to
two different European audiences.
Yeah, you want to differentiate between those two to know that you can play both. You can do a diverse comic, you can hit both.
Attics and basements. Yeah, that's funny, man. I think that one really plays. I think. Trickey can best be described as the time that he opened for Cream of the Crop. He worked with Chris Porter, and Chris Porter gave him the light, and then Ryan kept going. And so then I got to watch Chris Porter ask, "Do you know what the light is?" to a person who's been doing comedy 6 years. He threw up on Bert Kreischer. He's really done a lot to get in his own way, including starting this podcast. Any other introductions that y'all would like to make for him before I bring him up here?
Yeah, let me read his bio on his Facebook page, official at comedian Ryan Trickey.
Is it different?
Here's how it goes. Regularly witty, often ridiculous, always hilarious. Comedian Ryan Trickey combines clever observations with absurd over-analysis to tell super funny jokes. Pretty good.
Super funny.
That sounds like it was written by someone who is super funny.
It's often ridiculous.
That's how hilarious people talk. Is like, yeah, my material, I guess, like super funny. Is that's just kind of what people have told me anyway, but I don't know. Anyway, what else?
Often hilarious and regularly witty.
Regularly witty.
That's a good.
Often.
Hey guys, before we bring him on, I just want to say, like, I have been actually looking forward to this quite a bit, and I think, like, to me, this is like when, if you've seen Watchmen, when Rorschach gets thrown in prison with all the people that he put there, you know, or you know, like any.
That's a bit of a deep cut, but keep going.
I gotcha.
Okay, here's a better one. This is probably what Derek Chauvin. This is what Derek Chauvin feels like in prison. It's just, he's locked in with people who absolutely would love to kill him, and yeah, I could not be more excited for this.
Oh, I'm glad that Facebook is going to keep our thing promoted now. We're going to stay at the top of everybody's feeds. If you're watching this, please comment everything you think about. We would love to have you be ferocious today. With Scarbrough and Steven, I'm surprised you could fit all that forehead. Well, you know.
My forehead's not even big. My forehead's not big. It's an illusion. It's because of how small the rest of my features are.
That's because you're an artist. It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
I see what it just depends on how you look at you, how big your forehead is.
Exactly.
That's where your eyes, nose, and mouth cover up, make up like 10% of the total surface area of your face. It's, you know, it's forehead and then beard.
Joe, while I have you, how is Square One doing?
How is Square One doing?
Yeah.
What am I not getting here?
Oh, I was wondering how, you know, how New York is treating you.
Oh, it is pretty brutal. I'm not gonna lie. I'm moving back, so I'm gonna be back on this podcast next week.
Well, if we do an hour here, if we do an hour on this show, I was just thinking, like, that'll be like 6 months of stage time for you. So that's nice.
Yeah, pretty much. How is running the exact same set every night for 4 years at the comedy club? Have you come up with any new tags to that? You know, that Pearl Jam bit? Are we still rocking the oldies?
He has no reason to come up with new tags. He's on Cymbalta.
Right. New York would be perfect for you, Aaron. With an unchanging act, you could move here and then just doing it all the time would be the same as never doing it at all, because you just have the same exact material when you're done.
Guys, you got to save your
Oh yeah,
all
we
of your
haven't even seen the guy.
Right. Damn it! This was all part of Ryan's plan, was to pit us against each other, never bring them on, and then just sort of tiptoes away out of this.
Look, here's the deal. Sure. I don't want to put any pressure on y'all, but Ryan is probably not going to make it through this episode. I would assume that he's going to quit the podcast after this. So this is actually a competition between the two of you about which one will take over as co-host after this week. So no pressure, no worries. If all hearts and minds are clear, we're going to bring in the man of the hour, just a real piece of shit. Everybody, please bring in and please give him a little kiss. Type you love him. Give it up for Ryan Trickey, everybody. Yeah, bring it in. Oh, look at the jacket.
Oh, God. What do you have to say for yourself?
I was so relieved when Steven was like, let's read his fucking bio. And I was like, my bio is fine. But then Colby found my long abandoned Facebook page with the bio that a fucking friend wrote for me. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. So now it's a friend that wrote it for you.
I know.
Oh,
yeah.
God,
she goes to another school.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah, right.
I don't like Scarbrough making fun of Joe for starting at square one, even though he's languishing there. Just because Aaron waited out till half the scene moved away for him to worm his way to the middle.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Sweet middle. I'm just
This
glad
is fucked up. I can't believe you guys hammered me that long without even letting me join. That's so unfair.
Really? You can't believe that?
All right, maybe I can believe it a lot. Whatever. All right. Well, let's get this over with.
We spend most of our time starting the podcast by you and I bullshitting, and it's never fun. But what I have learned through this episode is if we spend the first 5 minutes just talking shit about you, it's a pretty good episode. I think I think our engagement's still doing well. We got, the people are into it. Shitting on you is a prime pastime here. Sammy loves it. I don't know Sammy, but Sammy's back. Huh? Do you know Sammy?
A friend of mine. She was a friend of mine. She wrote that bio for me.
It was Sammy's fault.
Dating booth before this.
No, that's the brown in the shirt, Spencer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually.
That's the bang that he keeps drinking. Is discoloring his.
This
bang poisoning.
This isn't even me. This is a CGI, Aaron. This was not important enough to make it to.
You just spent $30,000 having yourself rendered in CGI.
Correct. Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, if you're tuning in, we take on good comics and sometimes mediocre comics like today, and we roast their oldest recorded sets or like times that they are just bombing. We like to really let them have it. We do this every week, Sundays at 7. It's a lot of fun. You should tune in. But I think that we can go ahead and get this started.
Yeah, it's always good to recap the premise of the show 20 minutes in.
Look, man, if it wasn't for me, this is the first show you've ever wanted to drive just because you want it to get over with sooner. You're like, hey, can we move into bits? We'd
be on the second clip by now.
I am shocked that Steven was saying that this is like one of the best episodes so far, like comparatively speaking to the other ones. Like this is like a top tier episode right now. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the
this
peak
is as
of
good
what
as it
we
gets.
can have.
Right.
How it
This
always
is the one-
goes, for sure.
This is the one that Ryan's dad is finally going to watch. I can feel it.
That mystery man.
Ryan, how long have you been doing comedy, or how long has your dad been gone? Which one of those is a shorter time?
The same exact amount of time, weirdly enough. I started in Springfield, Missouri in 2012. The fall of would have been September of 2012.
That was what the Mayans predicted.
Yeah, there used to be 2 or maybe 3 mics a month, and they were all in the same week. And it was like that for like a really long time.
At the same time.
Like, yeah, you had to pick one.
Thursday.
Like until that was how it was until like the last year I was there, basically. Like until 2015, I think, which is when I think my first clip is from. It's from about a year before I moved to Kansas City.
Okay, so where are you doing the first clip from?
It's the Blue Room Comedy Club, but back then it was just the Blue Room. It was not a comedy club. It was like there'd be comedy on some nights, and then there'd be like a Taibo class somehow on other nights, and then like karaoke, and then just let a bunch of dogs run around. Like it was really weird.
But now it's a real comedy club. They don't pay anybody to host or feature, and it's the real deal. Renovating, not in an actual room.
It was real. It was as real as it gets, right up to when they went out of business during the pandemic.
I can imagine through all that I know about the Blue Room that you definitely helped build it. That all checks out with what I know. Colby, can we get into the clip?
You guys having a good night so far? I'm already.
Jesus Christ.
Are you guys having a good night so far?
So before we move on, like I think it's important to note like that Ryan started in a scene that had like 2 open mics a year or whatever, and because of that, like he's always been like prepared for anything, and I think that's why, is because you've always had like a month to prepare for whatever, but that translated into you becoming just like you plan to insult people months and months and months before you actually have the opportunity to.
Lots of time for scheming.
Yeah. And
that's
I can
your
tell
main
by the
sort
way,
of personality
the
trait.
way that you just on stage, like you did your intro, like, hey, you guys doing good or whatever. Like that is so. Like, that is
Can we
so.
replay that real quick? Then.
Hey, how you guys?
Yeah.
I do sound like a cartoon rat.
Hey everybody, I missed you.
No.
Hey everybody, I missed you.
You guys having a good night so far? I guess we'll just get started. I don't think people hate pedophiles as much as they think they do. But we'll get there. Anyways, I was walking down the street the other day, and that's my new favorite thing to do. Is introduce a topic and then leave everybody hanging. It'd be funny if I didn't ever come back to that also. Like I closed my set and I'm like, and carrots, right? But it's like, well, I was really kind of hoping you would elaborate on that.
Oh my god!
Seriously.
You are spiraling into like so many directions right off the bat.
Would it be funny? Would it be funny? Prove it.
It's an unsettling start. I'll admit.
So it's all over the place.
So what you just did on
is going
screen?
on?
What you just did on screen was so painful that my brain rejected it. I have no idea what you just said on screen.
We could start it over. Do we want to run it back?
Yeah, I want to run it back. There's a lot going on. A lot to unpack here.
Yeah, there's a lot to dissect. I think that we should figure out what's Ryan thinking is happening.
Wait,
on
what
stage.
year is this?
He's like, I mean, you're going through your mind like, okay, I know what I'll do. I'll do like a setup of a pedophile joke, and then
absurd.
Start talking about something else, and then address the fact that I didn't keep talking about it, and then explain why it would be funny, and then I'll say carrots, and then I'll do like a vaudeville tap dance off screen. At this point,
people
are like,
we just 2 minutes of my set.
Right.
It was experimental, bold, some might say.
I come up to you after the show. He's like, "Yeah, that was really bold what you did up there."
Yeah, that's why you're the 13th best comic in town, bud.
Wait, what year?
This was the summer or spring. This was of 2015.
Why would you differentiate? There's a mic a month. It's all just 1 year for you. That's all you don't need.
The spring mic or the summer mic?
I don't know.
I can't remember what quarterly mic.
Was it the spring mic or the summer mic?
Hey everybody, I missed you.
You guys having a good night so far? I guess we'll just get started. I don't think people hate pedophiles as much as they think they do. But we'll get there. Anyways, I was walking down the street the other day, and that's my new favorite thing to do. Is introduce a topic and then leave everybody hanging. It'd be funny if I didn't ever come back to that also. Like I closed my set and I'm like, and carrots, right? But it's like, well, I was really kind of hoping you would elaborate on that. Seriously, I was walking down the street the other day. I saw.
Oh my god!
Are you guys laughing because that was so good?
Dude, this is like if Jim Gaffigan had lupus. This is so bad. Oh my god!
I love how improvisational you want us to think that it is, but it's just so clearly rehearsed. It's just you've been spent months and months just putting this together.
Yeah. I think by now there were. That doesn't matter.
It's gonna be a long.
I was about to defend the context around this clip, like anybody gives a shit.
I'm getting the feeling like watching this is basically like when watching a serial killer experiment on animals because they know they're not good enough to get away with it yet.
This is a warning sign for what's to come, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man.
Somebody wearing like a band shirt, and I could tell they had no idea what they were talking about. Like they were like a poser. You guys remember who the Doors were, right? Yeah. This guy had a shirt with Jim Morrison, the lead singer of the Doors, passed out on the lip of the stage, and it just said "exhausted." It's like, do you know anything about what Jim Morrison didn't have a sleeping problem. Jim Morrison had a drug problem. Like, you guys all know who Nirvana is, surely, right? Nirvana? Kurt Cobain, Nirvana? No? Yeah. You guys don't know who Nirvana is. Fuck you. Yeah. Having a Doors shirt with Jim Morrison passed down a little bit of the stage that says "exhausted" would be like having a Nirvana shirt with a dead Kurt Cobain on it, and it just said "bummed." I don't think you get it.
So what you were doing there is like you're throwing out a reference that was safe enough that everyone knew, and then you did it again. And the second time, people knew what you were talking about, but they were like, "We're done helping this man."
Talk about exhaustion.
Exactly what happened.
I love that. Look, I love that you're up there. Like, do you guys ever see like a poser somewhere?
As a matter of fact,
we're seeing one right now.
Dude, just a perfect chin strap. You look like one of those me characters from like Wii Sports. You just have like a perfect chin strap connects to your hair all the way up top. Oh my God, I hate everything about what I'm seeing now. How do I like your fashion now more? I didn't think I thought I hated everything about you, but in comparison, you're like such a good dude now.
Are you trying to suggest you don't like my pink and white checkered shirt and translucent mustache?
Right.
Oh my God. Is this how all of our guests feel all the time?
Yeah.
This show is bullshit. What are we doing?
I agree.
Oh my God.
I agree
Ryan's
with Spencer, though.
confidence
That
is
quilt
genuinely
behind you,
unnerving.
the best part of the whole
fake.
thing. Ryan's confidence is solely based on the fact that he has to be getting laughs, which is why if he is bombing, he will just laugh at his own joke. He will just to boost himself up a little bit, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. People don't really know a lot of stuff about classic music. You guys know who Led Zeppelin was? I'm like, yeah, sure. Not a lot of people know this. The lead guitarist of Led Zeppelin kidnapped and dated a 14-year-old girl. Which you shouldn't do. Even if you're a 14-year-old boy, don't kidnap anybody. This is a grown man. And when people found out, they were reasonably disappointed in him. I don't know. They were actually pretty upset. They were like, "Oh my God, this is a 14-year-old girl. Jesus Christ, what are we gonna do?" But then, like that same year, Stairway to Heaven came out, and then all those people were like, "Well." At least he wasn't 13. At least he wasn't 13. I mean, Jesus Christ, what do you do? You know, not all that glitters is gold, and by gold I mean of age. You know, this is tough. I think there's probably.
What was that? Was that you realizing how bad it's going? Were you just this is time, and then moved on to the next bit?
You know what the worst part about this for me is like, I'm like, okay, that's.
This is tough. I think there's.
I'm like listening to the material and I'm like, oh, okay, that's not bad. But like, I'm terrible.
Right.
Like, the jokes are okay, but like, I'm gross.
Isn't that kind of like more hurtful? Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because these people are like, that is a well-written joke, but I dislike this man so much that I would prefer not to support him with my laugh.
Yeah, I am repulsed by how he's holding.
Yeah.
Look at this still frame of you right now. Look how uncomfortable body language at it. You're just holding your elbow with your arm. Like,
I could not be more uncomfortable. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Ryan,
Oh my
Ryan,
god.
did you watch this clip before you sent it to us? Are you going to have to make an Instagram story apologizing for this after?
I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna have to yell at you guys to take this down. No, I think that it'll probably be fine. I did watch this clip before I sent it. Yeah,
Man, you can tell Woody Allen's your idol.
I do a lot of voices, don't I? I do a lot of yeah. I really do. I do everything to distract from the fact that I stink.
Constant diversionary tactics.
This is shocking. You know the worst,
Hey, there you
completely
go.
unbiased, of course, but I think you're doing fabulously. See, thank you, Lori. Yes.
Ah,
More
dude,
positive
Lori.
comments, please.
That would be
your
funny
mom-
if your mom was like, I actually think this is a lot better than a lot of the stuff you've been doing for the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
You,
Lori, stay tuned because your favorite joke I've ever written is, I think, at the end of this set. So we'll see.
What a tea.
Yeah, wow.
Ooh, stay tuned, fan.
I can't wait till she's the only one left watching this at the end when that favorite joke of yours.
She's going to last longer than I will.
Right.
It's my initial instinct to hate you. Yeah. Jeff hated me so much when I moved to Kansas City, and he was right.
So
Yeah,
right.
he was right.
Pump it up. Keep going.
Yeah.
This is tough. I think there's probably like a chart. Like it's how good the art is over the crime committed. And like I don't know, like I've heard Stairway to Heaven, it's good, but I don't know that it's pedophilia good. I don't really know. Like it's not thriller good, right? I don't know.
Pretty good, boys.
You always look like you've never used your own.
Even the correlation.
It seems like I do this voice an awful lot. That was the most depressing part of watching this back for the first time was that, like, yeah, I used to think I was good, but yeah, there's a lot to be ashamed of, that's for sure.
Then that violates everything now. Now you're going to get on stage and you're going to go, this was good. And then you're going to be like, watch it back in 3 years. It's going to be trash. I've always said this about you. I hate how you move on stage. Your body on stage disgusts me. I don't know.
You've never
what
said that about me.
Yeah, never to your face.
I've said this many times. But...
We always talk about
Yeah, I've heard
all of
him say
us.
that many times.
Yeah, dude. It's like you always point back to some mythical wall behind you, but you're the shittiest mime of all time. Like you have you're trying to
Just
go through
pointing
this
to the
chart.
quilt.
Nobody
Your
has any idea.
shirts look genuinely uncomfortable. Like the shirt doesn't actually want to be on your body. Like, it itself is like when around you. It's
I'm
like,
about
wow,
to
I'm being
violate-
affiliated with this horrible comedian right now.
Oh my god, I'm about to walk my clothes.
What's in your breast pocket, by the way? Is that like a? You ever got a cell phone or something up there?
That's probably my phone.
You put your phone in your breast pocket?
Wow.
God.
Yeah.
It looks thick. It's got some like.
No
Yeah.
wonder you wear tweed. That's such a tweed move. Oh my god, dude. I've never seen anybody do that. I didn't even know those pockets were big enough for that. I thought they were like you kept change in there.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. That's the worst part of this.
Your cell phone is in your breast. That's definitely the worst part of this. This pedophile out of me.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
You hear that, Lori?
Right? I don't know.
Did we miss the joke that I was just getting those laughs for?
I kinda
'Cause I don't
yeah,
recall
we're not
saying
rewinding.
anything.
We're
I
not
don't recall
rewinding.
saying
We already
anything that
watched it.
deserved that. I think we should probably rewind it a little just to be able to
We
get
did.
them full
did.
experience.
Keep it
It's
going.
already signed.
It sounds like you sweetened this video.
watched
Do you add laughs into this?
That's so funny. Like I add canned laughter before I say, "Oh, look at that! Look at that picturesque! Look at that
you
sweet
sweeten
child."
it, and it still sucks. It's still
Shit,
not
what am I? I must be like 22 or 23. Yeah. Holy guacamole.
Yeah.
You're not doing
just
horribly though.
No.
You're like
treading
doing
water.
fine, but at what cost?
I kind of want to get personal with you guys. I think this could be okay. You guys want to talk some shit for a second? I had a conversation with my ex-girlfriend recently, which you shouldn't do if you can help it. And at one point she said this to me, and I want to talk about it. She said to me these exact words. She said, "Ryan, I'm sorry that I let you be a dick to me for so long."
It's tough hearing a bit that's 6 years old that I could reasonably be doing today. Like the premise aged perfectly.
Yeah. Your life is a school shooting bit. It's just you could just keep if you can just keep on. It's never going to change. You're in these vicious cycles.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't really know what to. Apology accepted. Just don't let it happen again. I know that we don't get to pick how our exes remember us, but it sucks to know I'm remembered as a lesson. I don't know. I really could have been much nicer to her, though. I have this memory of her and I being together, and there was this one morning where we were laying in bed together, and we were looking at each other, and she looked at me and she said, "Ryan, do you know how I define love?" And I said, "I didn't ask, but okay, go ahead." And she said, I define love as waking up from the most perfect dream and being happy, because reality is even better than the most perfect dream. Yeah, it's pretty good. And she said, "Ryan, how do you define love?" And I said, "Love is thinking about leaving every day and not leaving."
Okay. So Ryan, like I know the problem with this is I know Ryan well enough to know that he is fully capable of inventing a fake woman for this bit.
Right. But
if that makes sense.
Right.
Right. But that's what's kind of scary about Ryan is the lengths that he will go to convince anyone that he was like loved at any time. Is this? Are you describing a real situation here, or because
memory is so infallible? But I'm gonna say that I'm pretty sure that this happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want to say who it was? I think we should probably just expose. This
was before I knew any of you, thankfully. So I don't think it matters. She's changed her. She's changed her name and dyed her hair and moved out of the country. So.
Dude, I love every time you don't get a laugh on something you think gets a laugh or should get a laugh. Oh, what's up, Vonda? Every time
Vonda, are you hanging out with my stepmom right now? Because she texted me a minute ago saying that she was hanging out with you. So please tell me that that's not the case.
Don't lie.
Anyways,
Vonda's the lady.
Anyways,
time and place for that.
Every time
you pizzas coming because I talked to them earlier, but I didn't hear this. Vonda.
I sure do laugh at myself a lot too. That's really bothering me.
But it's so inauthentic. You do the thing where like you do a joke. Scarbrough, I think, used to do this too. I think we made fun of Scarbrough on his first episode. Where
Scarbrough still does that, so of course we did.
You go, I don't know.
I
don't know.
Oh yeah, you definitely still do.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but it is. I will admit, it's much worse to see Ryan in 2015 doing it than Scarbrough now.
This is a ghost of Christmas past and present. This is an episode that we could do right now.
Scarbrough, I'll sell some of these jokes to you. I know that you've been doing the same bits for a while now.
I know you got a Pearl Jam joke. Would you like a Doors or Nirvana joke?
Oh man,
I'll bundle them together.
Yeah.
It's the classic formula of say an outrageous, ridiculous thing, pause, and go, right? So anyways, like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can't get over the beginning where you're like, it would be funny if, and everyone's like, no, it wouldn't be.
Yeah. As soon as I didn't even have to watch the whole clip, as soon as I saw that intro, I was like, yeah, Colby, this will work.
This is the one.
God, dude. I still have
Which is I thought was a joke, but it turned out to be foreshadowing, actually. So, I don't know. So I've been single for a little while. I've been single since March. So it's been a little while. And I started seeing someone, like, right away. I started dating somebody, and that turned out to be a thing. The morning after her and I tried to have sex, she told me that she wanted to make a lot of changes in her life and reconnect with her ex-boyfriend. Guys, I don't know if your penis has ever been the moment of clarity for somebody. Like, a night with me is chapter 1 in the book of When Things Got Better. Like, many of you may have noticed that I said try.
I like that you think your dick was a moment of clarity and not like she was like, oh my God, I would rather be abused than have this happen to me ever again. I would rather go back to that piece of shit Brock than ever spend another night. One more. Everybody at Springfield is an abusive boyfriend except for you, who fucks women back to them.
Oh my God. Yeah, and Lori knows what's coming too.
Oh, we haven't gotten to it yet? Oh, here's with the blushy face. Okay.
Many of you may have noticed that I said tried. Fuck it, let's talk about it. Let's see.
Great.
Have you guys ever? I don't know how to. Have you guys ever like tried to like mow a lawn with like one of those old push mowers? And to start it, you gotta pull on the clutch. So you go, and it goes. And sometimes you pull on it and nothing happens. So you keep pulling on it, and you pull on it and pull on it and pull on it, and then a friend tries to help you pull on it and pull on, and still it doesn't start. I think we're all on the same page. And I look down and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? What? And he's like, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling it tonight. I'm just not into it. This is my penis, by the way, just in case we're all on the same page. I'm just like, we're single. This is what we do now. Come on, man. He's like, I don't know, man. You just got out of a long-term relationship, and it seems like you need some time to work on yourself and focus on your future, set some goals, and really take some, maybe don't be such a dick to the next girl. Maybe you need some time to work on not being such an asshole and say.
That picture's so good, it looks like his dick.
Yeah.
Dude, we can't keep doing this shit.
Is that the wait? Should we just finish that bit? I feel like there's like maybe 2 more lines.
When she's trying to, I'm like, why are you being so logical right now? This isn't how this is supposed to. Doesn't that speak to how fucked up you are that I'm the one making sense? And I was like, yeah, I guess that's a good point. And she's like, who are you talking to? And I was like, I'm really sorry. I think I need to go home and jerk off or something. What do you think of that? And he's like, I think that sounds great. You guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Oh my God.
I don't know if they were a lot of fun.
I was having a problem because I was like, it's actually not that bad of a bit compared to the rest of it. It's like maybe your most solid bit. And then, but just right at the end where, after you did, all right, you guys have had it. It's been great.
Yeah. Like I'm on the goddamn Tonight Show or something.
Right.
Exactly. Star Search.
Yeah,
Star Search just ended. You're going to DC after this.
You were so aware that it was the best bit of the set, and man, what a god,
man.
So that was the summer open mic, huh? You didn't get back up there.
Yeah, that was my one mic of 2015. So
that was the last wave goodbye until September of that year.
Yeah. Louis C.K.'s earlier stuff. Yeah. This is worse than anything Louis C.K.'s ever done on or off stage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my mom loves that joke. She always tells me, she's like, "Are you going to do the lawnmower dick joke tonight?" And I'm like, "All right, Lori, for you, I suppose so." Dust it off.
I love that your mom is just like, I love that joke about your penis not working. And I just love to imagine that you have this problem that you just can't.
I can't imagine why your dad doesn't watch this show.
Well, so that bit really was like the bit that I was known for at the time. Like that was like my signature bit.
Yeah,
and
right.
So I became known as the erectile dysfunction guy, basically.
And you had to move.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had to move and never do that bit again. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And
sure enough, people in Kansas City found that out. I shouldn't say the hard way, but let's see. You guys have been a lot of fun.
Oh god,
dude, Ryan looks like such a scumbag. I can imagine him getting off of the stage after this and just walking up to the first new female comedian, the one that signed up that night, and him being like, "Hey, that's a joke, right? That's sometimes that's what we call artistic liberty in the business, baby. You want to come right later? You want to come right after this?" Kelsey Fairley, definitely not the one I remember from the first time he let me come to a show. It's kind of unforgettable, which would be the only time somebody would have described your comedy as such. That's nice.
I like the idea of being described as being kind of unforgettable.
By your mother.
He's like, it's kind of because he is my son, and therefore I have to remember. But if I was anybody else, it would definitely.
If it were anyone else, I would bang my head against the wall until I forgot about this bit.
Oh god!
Oh my god!
But yeah, that was like my thing. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, let's go a couple of years back to 2013.
Oh! So this I don't. So I have no idea what this is.
This can't be good.
Jalen's.
Oh, this is the 4-1.
Oh, okay.
You take a whole 10-minute trip to be here, so please put your hands together for the riotous Ryan Trickey.
If it sounds like there's only 10 people in that gigantic bar, it's because there's only about 8 people in that gigantic bar.
You are
the video on the audience.
Huh?
Is the video turned on the audience? God damn it, Steven.
Go, Joe.
I'm so nervous for this one.
It doesn't. Does it?
I must be. I must be less than a year in for this clip. Oh my god! I've been on stage like 8 times, and then this is like the 9th one.
So this set, like after this set, you started preparing for the set we just watched, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
The last mic before that one.
This is steakhouse back room. Yeah. You had to take stage time where you could get it. I think that this was like a live sketch show, but they wanted somebody to do stand up in the middle of it or something like that. I think that was like the gist of it. And yeah, it was this bar in the middle of like shit Springfield, not even downtown Springfield like the Blue Room is. This is like on like a beaten. This is like in like the bad part of Springfield. Like there's no. And
so tell us what we're looking at here, because it's these 2 guys, and like, where are you going to be? Is that where's the?
I'm about to walk on stage. I'm sure. I think they're bringing me up right now.
Does the camera pan over to you, or does it stay on these guys?
No way.
I guess we could just find out.
I guess we're about to find out. Yeah.
It's about to be a riot.
Oh, well, there I am.
There he is. Look at that. Are even thicker.
Wait.
Oh no.
Are they talking to me?
Hold on.
Hey, just a little interview.
Oh, it's an interview.
No. Wait,
A year
this
into
isn't
comedy,
even
doing an interview.
this isn't even
on
stand up.
stage.
They're just talking to me.
It's
Did you get introduced by off-duty server and their manager? Yeah, the staff of Jalen's was like, well, the hosts killed themselves, so I guess we'll bring you up.
This next guy emailed us 13 times, and we're glad to finally get him on here.
I can't believe I'm being interviewed.
Oh my god, I can't.
Can we crank the audio up on that?
Yep. Are you prepared? Yeah, absolutely. It's the first show, so it doesn't have to be that good, right? Well, it's not. So, what are you doing, Ryan Trickey? Why are you here? I'm here because on September 7th at Billiards, which is the corner of Kimbrough and St. Louis, downtown Springfield, there's going to be a stand-up comedy show. There's going to be several featured comedians from the most talented, funny.
Oh, so you're just promoting a show, right?
Dude, and there are people talking over you. There's 7 people in the bar, and 2 of them are talking.
You're doing a promotion in front of 7 people. This is
any
so
of them
much
come
cooler
out?
than
Did
I
any
thought
of
it
them
was
come
going to
out?
Yeah, they all came out.
They all came out for the show, right?
Oh my
yeah,
God.
this is unbelievable. The day that they had you sit down to ask you about a different show on the other side of town.
I am sweating under this jacket.
I'm not even so shocked
I'm
that
so-
you're there so much as they set this up, or like who, like why? What is the purpose of this?
I can't remember anymore. Like, I thought this was like some sort of sketch show that they did, and then they brought me in the middle to do stand-up. I don't fucking remember very well, though. Like, I certainly don't remember this.
Colby, is there like a
Oh my
description on
God.
that video or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm working on it. It's like a sketch show.
I want people to come and listen to us talk about our genitals and why women hate us and other topics of that nature.
That's certainly what you're going to talk about.
No.
They hate you because of your genitals. That's what we've learned. They go back to their boyfriends. It's always soft. You're.
I like how you're up there, like sort of doing that thing, like every comic talks about why women hate them and their genitals, and that's the exact act we saw from 2 years later in 2015.
Yeah,
This is literally the first act.
Facial hairless
This is-
Tricky looks like a child that molests other children. Oh my God, I really
This
do
is
look.
so cringy.
This is the worst, dude.
All right, the 417 is a new variety show focused on the development and promotion of artistic endeavors in the Springfield, Missouri area. Live comedy skits, digital short videos, and local guest interviews. This is truly a one-of-a-kind experience.
It is one of a kind. I'll give them that.
I hate how I'm being interviewed. I hate that like I'm talking like I've earned any of this. Like
Yeah.
like
well,
I'm sitting at like the zenith of a career, and I'm like, yeah, so it drops on Netflix tomorrow night, and like I'm plugging a show 2 months from now, and it's the only show I have. Like,
Dude, Brian, do you remember my story about the musician who was performing for his parent? It was literally his parents and me.
Well,
at the
it's not just
Mockingbird
you
that
and me
one time.
talking, so maybe you should just tell the story again for everybody, stupid.
Yeah. You also told me that story.
Well, yeah, like this was the same guy who, like, when he was plugging his CD to literally 3 people, and 2 of them were his parents, the other one was me, who was like, we got everything from folk tunes all the way down to real slap you in the face alternative rock or whatever.
Yeah, his dad
That's
was
the guy
same.
I'm referring to, and you are worse.
Yeah, real slap you in the face, why women hate us jokes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, this is terrible.
How much
man.
time do you have? Probably. Okay, yeah, it's yeah. Okay. Men to people. So you're in this front row. Well, I love this front.
That guy on the right isn't really pulling a lot of weight, is he? He really doesn't have to be up there.
What's he supposed to ask? Hey, tell me more about the
Being a
show
real
you have
Joe.
coming up.
Ryan, the guy on the right stage. Are you talking about stage right, or are you talking about?
Joe, I don't know if I'm talking about our.
Which one is pulling no weight at all?
Oh my god.
They're just having trouble keeping up with Ryan.
At the billiards, what day?
The curtain's about to fall.
September 7th, which is a Saturday. Yes, 9 p.m. approximately.
And who are some of the other performers that are going to be there?
Very funny guys like Ty Lewis, Craig Rumstein, Kevin Bennett, Mike Logan, Nick Savarino. I will be there.
All those people are dead now.
He's listing off.
They killed themselves after watching this clip.
Very, very funny guys. Fart Snodsten's going to be there.
I know. I really did answer that with a lot of like, yeah, really funny guy. Oh, God. I don't know why. Yeah.
I think the guy on the right is the only one up there who's like, why the fuck are we, what is going on? How would we possibly be doing this?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's the look that the guy in the middle's giving him right now. It's just like, this was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get people to that other show, you know.
This
This is the only way. This is the only way to do that.
We're not getting paid until we get people out to that other show on the other shitty part of Springfield.
Guys, you're gonna love the show at the Billiards Lounge.
Well, I just love the idea of interviewing me about comedy, but not letting me do comedy. Like, wouldn't it just make more sense to like? Oh,
yeah. There's really no proof that you're a comedian in this scenario. To anyone there.
No.
There's no proof.
No.
Just
no proof of talent, no proof of anything, no proof of dreams. It's like walking into Scarborough's art studio. Just no proof of anything positive or good whatsoever.
Yeah, you really needed some respite. We were pushing in on you pretty hard there.
Well, I almost feel detached from all this in a sick way. Like I'm just like, yeah, this guy fucking sucks.
This is like after you created Horcruxes or something and just sold it.
Mm-hmm.
That's both of those guys on stage are both Horcruxes.
yeah, right.
The guy in the it doesn't matter. No, forget it.
Those will be cigarettes. They have food and drinks there, so you can go order a burger and wait.
Yeah, they've got food and drinks there.
Listen, guys, if I didn't already sell you on the comedy, what if I told you there are food and drinks there?
It's like, yeah, you know, the great thing about Bill's bar and grill is that there's not only food, but he also has drinks there. And that's for many reasons why it's called a bar and grill.
This is atrocious.
Hey,
if,
you know what
if
they
Hitler if Hitler was still alive, he would use a time machine to go back in time and kill me.
That's pretty good.
All
right.
Yeah. And there will also be an open mic opportunity for people who are not on the dais but still want to perform.
No.
For those of you out there,
For those of you who are aspiring to be like me, I am.
That is so funny. Like somebody's eagerly in the crowd, like, will there really be an open mic opportunity?
So if it's
basically
so if
being
the
like
show.
when the youth minister is like, all right, I want to see every head bowed, every eye closed, or whatever. Like, I know you've been struggling, and you could be like me and do open mic comedy or whatever. That education return.
That rant sounds like it should have been on my last clip.
I was waiting on Ryan to go. I don't know.
Yeah.
Scarborough, why don't you say all that again? But use this voice. I think that helps.
I'll
Tricky
do
being a
your
poorly
penis
dressed
act out.
throuple.
Spencer's on a roll today, dude. Spencer should just do a roast battle with Ryan Trickey. It should never be Noble Freeman again. It's only Ryan from here on out.
Right.
He'll be the king of Kansas City.
Also be an open mic opportunity for people who are not on the dais but still want to
Open mic opportunity.
5 minutes to try stand up. 6 spots.
Are you at a career fair?
I can't believe this is the longest clip I've ever
not
seen
even
in my
people
fucking
there.
life. Oh my god.
I bet none of those 6 spots got filled at that open mic either. Just no one signed up.
Yeah.
No, the same people that signed up were the same ones on the list. It was Ryan Trickey, Vic Vangio, it was Sal Volcano, like all of us. We were just saying we can get more time after this. Absolutely.
Ryan,
no, it was like a big deal. Like those were like hot showcases at the time. Like it was cool to get to do them, and then because it was like the only showcase in town at the time, certainly in 2013. And then like the people who did the open mic would like they'd be like, hey, can you like watch my set? And then me, I should say, being like I like to pretend that I'm a professional already. Like I'd be like, yeah, man, absolutely. Like, and then like, like, all right, well, here's what you should do. You should open with some vague, going nowhere, avant garbage bullshit.
It's just hard to imagine somebody in a sadder position in Springfield doing comedy in 2013 than what we're looking at right now. Like I can't imagine these fucking ne'er-do-wells just sitting in the audience who can't.
Yeah, it was a real rogues gallery of misfits back there. Yeah.
At least they know where to get burgers and fries now.
Yeah. Come for the burgers and fries, leave before the comedy.
That's literally what they're doing. They're putting it in their calendar is like, we need to try this restaurant, but I know when not to.
Yeah.
There's comedy in this? There's actual comedy in this?
Tricky riding that motorcycle.
Yeah, there's a motorcycle?
Oh, that is a motorcycle to the left of our screen.
A guy drove in on it to start the show, and they did this bad sketch.
Oh, dude, I thought that was like
serious?
No,
I think I remember that. Is one of them's like a cop, and the other's like
he gets pulled over for something.
Colby, how much
I remember this shit.
Not enough, because there's this old guy just ranting for a really long time. I'd love to watch that part. No. There's 5.5 minutes of this left, by the way.
Oh, of the interview?
Here we go.
I mean, you probably see our faces there. No doubt about that. Sure, yeah. So I won't be the worst ones there, so that's good to know.
You should see my last
You smile like this, you fucking smarmy bitch.
But this show isn't about me, it's about you.
Oh!
You see
Oh!
This is like so not who I am now. Like, I hate this fucking person. Just this little weasel. I mean, this is like everything that I see in Scarborough, like when he started.
Yeah.
This is just who you are on the inside, and you spent years just covering it up with, diversions and illusions of fucking the Hall of Mirrors.
Oh my god. Let's just.
You say you're in Springfield, Ryan. You go to college with something that's quite unusual, if I remember correctly. You studied something. To me, anyway, it was very unusual for you to talk about.
I'm a psychology. Yes, and
that's strange. I don't understand why people want to sit around and complain.
That's how boring this is, that all you had to say was, I'm a psychology major. And it got a bigger laugh than I imagine every other sketch did. This is the most boring thing I've ever seen. Like, it's not even that you're doing bad. It's just that you care enough to be there, which is the cringy part. And that they can
I'm trying really hard to be like sweet. And
you sound like somebody on the morning news, like doing one of those like cooking things where they like.
I sound like you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
I sound like you talking about Legoland at 6:30 a.m.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But the difference is they had a gun to my head making me do that.
Well, the only difference is Joe was going out to like thousands of people. This is only going out to these 6 people. And again, 2 of them are talking. 2 of them are having a conversation.
I think we should just skip right to the stand-up. I think that's...
Well, that's the thing. I think that the study of psychology is really cool, but I really don't like to listen to people. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that degree. But I'll have it, and that's what matters, I guess.
Yes, and the debt that you'll have too.
I'll swim in it in my dreams every night.
All right, well, we have a special surprise. Ryan Trickey is going to be performing.
All right, well.
A stand-up set for us. So please
God.
Look at how fucking excited I look.
Are they just gonna
How do you
leave?
stand up now after that?
They just
That's
leave?
the oldest intro. No mind.
And I just stand up there like I'm fucking about to get shot for stealing a loaf of bread in the 30s.
Oh my god.
That transition was fucking horrific to watch. They just pull the chairs away and you just pivot with no microphone and look
And
back.
I'm just there. I don't have a microphone. I may not need one because there's fucking nobody there.
Yeah, they didn't have y'all mic'd beforehand.
Yeah, that's true.
God. Can we replay just the last like 12 seconds of that?
Yeah,
like of them
we're not-
leaving the stage. Yes, this is perfect right here.
I should have taken one of these earlier.
You look like you don't know what's happening, and then you just find yourself there alone.
I do look like they never told me I was going to do stand-up.
Right? You look like, wait, where are you
They
guys
leave me up there, and I'm just like, I guess I'll just start telling jokes. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is my nightmare.
So can I just say, before we get started, I have no idea what jokes I'm going to tell. Like, I have no idea what I'm about to say. So
I don't believe you.
I understand.
This would be where a microphone would be, but I don't do that. My name's Ryan Trickey. I'm really happy to be here. I don't know, like,
Starting off with a Y.
kind of in between looks right now. When I
I just wanted to stop for that.
This makes me sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you think I feel, Kyle?
Oh, Kyle! Oh, Kyle better have a top fan badge. I fucking love Kyle.
I don't think this is one of our best episodes. I think this is
Wait, go back. Hold on. I heard the words gay. I gotta hear this.
Yeah. What is he saying? Gay dream? Is that what he said?
Gay Wolverine.
Gay Wolverine.
happy to be here. I don't know, like, you can tell I'm kind of in between looks right now. When I have a full beard, I kind of look like a more feminine, gay Wolverine.
Feminine, gay Wolverine.
Gay, right?
Yeah,
a feminine
or gay.
Gay.
How do you look gay?
Wolverine.
Explain it.
How do I look gay?
How do you look
Or
gay as a
looked
Wolverine?
gay? I think though the idea was that I had facial hair like Wolverine, but I didn't look as masculine as Wolverine.
I always forget that homophobia wasn't wrong in 2013. So this is kind of this is good.
You're just gonna be able to contextualize.
This was right before it was Oh my god.
Maybe like went to drama school instead of beauty school. And when I have no facial hair, when I'm clean shaven, I still look like a gay Wolverine. But I'm more ready for like a job interview. Like, these are my references, Professor.
Oh God, what the fuck's
They're just
happening
like
right now?
loudly getting ready for the next sketch. Like they don't even give a shit that I'm up there.
the guy with the camera is like leaving, but the camera's still rolling.
I walked
Just
the
getting his
camera,
car.
man.
Like, this
So yeah, that was my opener back then, wasn't it?
I love that
Is that
thing
in the
when you
camera?
can't think of a second good analogy for what you look like, so you just repeat the first one and hope for just a cheap
Yeah.
laugh. And I still look like gay
I would
Wolverine.
have killed for a cheap laugh.
Right.
So that's like everyone's first joke is always like I look like or whatever, and like just if this makes you feel better, Ryan, like you remember my set used to start with me being like I never get laid or whatever, and
Is that how you said it too?
Correct me if I'm
You're doing
wrong,
slam
this
poetry.
well, yeah, I don't have sex, but
Yeah.
like in my mind, I did that so that I could be like, well, if I make fun of myself, then they'll come on board later on when I bring out the edgy shit or whatever. Is that like what you're thinking, or like that Ryan that's in this video? Is that what he's thinking?
I'm sure that A, you're giving yourself too much credit, and B, you're definitely giving past me way too much credit.
Right. He had no plan.
Yeah, there was no. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, I don't buy that. I think that you've always been the way you are, and I think that you prepared for this.
Aaron, you just watched Spencer.
You think
He's been
things
like
out.
the most interactive person this entire thing.
Oh God, yeah. The comedy connoisseur Spencer Chase Perkins. What is he saying?
He's in chronic pain.
I hope this cleanse.
Wait
a minute, that's just Steven.
Oh my God.
Where can I write something?
Wait.
How do I get in on this?
Where? Oh.
Yeah. All right.
I haven't heard anything from Lori Whitmore.
I was driving my car the other day, and this story takes place in Springfield, so you know. And I saw a billboard, and the billboard had a picture of a very cute baby on it, a Gerber baby, like a cute baby face. It was a very cute baby. And there was very little text. The text said, "It's a life, not a choice." Yeah, it's pretty serious. It's a life, not a choice. And the first thing I thought when I read that was, well, it's kind of easy for them to say they have a cute baby. I'm just saying, like, show some sympathy for those less fortunate, those with ugly babies. Because not every baby gets to be on the anti-abortion bill. Like, at some point, there were tryouts for that job. For that position, that baby on its resume, I guess.
Look at your stupid.
Your delivery's better.
Can I just say?
in this video
Can I just
than the
say
last
that
one.
my favorite part of watching this part has been like I did the joke and then looking at you three all be like. I straight up saw Joe go.
I was like, not bad for 2013 Tricky, drowning in a sea of two people that are eating chicken tenders and trying to get to their car as fast as they can. I was like,
I'm just trying to overtalk and bury Scarborough's good point, which is that my delivery was better in 2013 than it was in 2015.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah, you kind of had it together here.
I've gotten worse
You look
every
like
year.
you're
I've
doing
done
a late
comedy.
night set too. Like you've got the moves down. Like
You're handling the no
watched
microphone
comedy.
really well. You've got them all down. Yeah.
This is great.
You prepared for this shit.
Oh, if you're rewind,
All
we really
I
don't
had
need to
time-
rewind it at all.
I might have to bring that bit back. All right.
Because not every baby gets to be on the anti-abortion bill. Like, at some point, there were tryouts for that job. For that position, that baby on its resume.
You're not fat, but everything you wear makes you look kind of fat. I don't know how to describe it. It's like your shirt wants to stick to your tits.
Too long.
I don't know what it is. Like it's too
It's
long.
called
but
the
then
it's called the
suction
Steven
tip.
Taylor effect, I think, is what he's experiencing.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fucking
Mine
pot
are-
calling the kettle fat. Jesus.
No,
That
no,
was pretty
my
good.
shirts wear
No.
nice.
Pretty
Everybody
good.
tells me I look like
You're
I've lost weight.
Nobody's ever told you that
Never
in your
said
whole
that.
life,
They
even when
say
you
it every
have.
time they see me. They say you're starting
Because
to
they
look
don't want
like
to get
Ryan
their
Trickey."
hopes up. Oh, dude, get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't wait for this stand-up set to conclude. How much more time is left on it?
Hey, someone wants to know. Hey, finally, this video got people to a show. Someone said, "When are you coming back to KC for a show, Ryan?"
Vonda, I'm glad that you've asked. I'll be here in a few weeks. I'll be at this place. There's food. There's drinks.
Oh my God, yeah. You are hopping on like a Mockingbird thing too, right?
Dude,
You're doing like a 5
That
minute.
sounds like some hustle culture shit to me.
I'm so shaken by this whole thing. I literally couldn't think of a way to call Steven fat. Like that's how off my game is making me. I normally do that in my sleep, and yet
It
here
used to come
I just
so
can't.
naturally.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh, no.
sober back then. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it doesn't. Nobody cares. But yeah, I hadn't. Yeah. I was like, I never like at this point in my life, I'd only drank like 4 times ever. Yeah.
Yeah, shut up your ass, Ryan.
I want to be interviewed in between all of the bits. You know, I was driving somewhere and I saw this abortion billboard, and I was thinking, I was like, you know.
You told us that fact about you being sober back then the same way you were saying those facts to those guys interviewing you were like, yeah, you know, there was just information that no one needed or asked for. They will have anything from chicken strips to cheeseburgers.
And then I started drinking right after this set.
Right.
Oh my god.
Pretty sharp on my game. Alcoholism, it's complicated. It kind of runs in my family a little bit. I just try to steer clear from my dad a little bit. I mean, if I'm anything like my father, I have one drink and just come up here and just start beating my mom. My dad's nickname in college was Brandon the Tank, and he drank so much he thought that rhymed.
How was that White Claw taste?
Bitter.
What flavor is that? Regret?
It sounds like it's. I mean, let's be honest. This is pretty good.
This is better than 2015. Ryan,
sounds like this is backfiring on you guys a little bit.
Yeah,
I would put my old clips against any of Steven Taylor's old clips. By the way, he's worse than me, and he's fatter.
Yeah.
He looks and sounds worse than me.
You had 3 months between each set to poorly plan out exactly what you would say. I was going up raw dog and life. I was every night.
I had 3 months to plan and prepare, and I still couldn't figure out how to tuck my goddamn shirt in.
I like that you think that's the problem with the shirt. The shirt
yeah, I don't
it was tucked in to see your hips even more. No.
Yeah.
No.
Are you trying to say that I have childbearing hips? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm trying to say you have the boniest hips of all time.
I have friends that drink. It's not like a judgmental thing. I'll spend time with them while they're sitting at the bar, and they talk about alcohol, talk about their favorite types of alcohol. And excuse me, what do you guys drink?
Tequila Sunrise.
Tequila Sunrise. They can talk about their tequila sunrise. Yes, I really like this tequila sunrise. The portions tequila to the ratio to sunrise. Very well done. I like ice as opposed to neat, I believe is the word. And I'm just kind of sitting there, and I have a bad time integrating myself in these conversations. Like, yeah, what's up with that new Dr. Pepper 10? It's only got 10 million calories. That's hard to believe. Put cherry in it. Great joke. Guys, hear more about domestic violence, ugly babies, and things of that nature. Please, Billiards, September 7th, 9 p.m. It's going to be a great show. Lots of very funny talent.
I can't believe that was my closer.
Thank you so much.
I hope the manager pulls you to the side and goes, "Tell him about the food," and you have to go back on stage.
What that Tequila Sunrise bit? Were those plants in the audience? And you're like, say Tequila Sunrise.
Tequila Sunrise.
And then equal
You
part.
seem like sincerely, like you seem like a happier person back then, though.
You seem full of optimism.
2015 was a rough year. Yeah. Oh God.
I love just slowly going back in time and seeing you getting happier and slightly better at comedy.
And better, yeah. We'll go back to when before I started stand-up somehow, and it's really good. Yeah.
Right.
All right, more stuff.
What else?
Disgusting, bizarre, that you can tell the difference.
Oh, this you fucker.
Maybe he had like folders, like, you know, just because he's a perp doesn't mean he's like type A, you know, like one of the keep ordering. Shit. All right.
That's it. Just a no context bomb.
That little shit at the end. Oh, it's so good.
Shit. Steven invented Snapchatting me, at least, while I'm bombing, and then he's shocked that I show that clip of him rapping his way out of a bomb every chance I get. He's just lucky that we don't have that queued up to play like right now. And
dude,
that,
you were like,
Colby
hey, you
doesn't
got a
have it, this
promo.
computer.
You've got a promo me for for the next episode, and I looked through my phone, and on Google Photos it like tells you, it's like, hey, do you want pictures of this person? And it's like my nephew and Freddie, and then it like you're like number 4. It was like, do you want pictures of this person? And I opened my Google Photos folder, and it's just like a page of videos that I know are just you bombing, and then random little pictures I've saved. So this is fun to go through.
I literally have a memory of being on stage at like Mockingbird, and you pull out your phone and start to record me, but then I get a laugh, and you're like,
nobody wants to see that.
Yeah,
nobody wants to see
spoiled
that.
again. God damn it! I'll get him one of these days.
Do
we have a video of Ryan stuttering at the Rhino? It's another famous little clip of you kind of had like a word salad where you mash like 6 words together. Somebody
that's on my. I don't think we have that ready, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was trying to transition from one bit to another, and I didn't know that I did it, but I was just like,
we can do this one again though.
Yo, do not use that bathroom. I just had an abortion in there. What's up? Oh my god.
Oh my god, Mitchell.
What is? Yeah, that. Oh, you're confused. It's just part of you now. That's the hole you're filling. Really? You got a Tumblr account now?
Young T.
What the fuck? What? You been listening to Young Thug or something?
Dude, come on, man. It's too cold out here. Like, trying to roast me and whatnot. Let me in.
What are you doing? Trying to give Shaq a run for his money in Kazam, too?
No, man, he's just trying to transition into a white woman.
Yeah, all you need is some Ugg boots and a black boyfriend, and you are good.
It's not, guys. It's not that bad. Women love nose rings.
And men, too.
Can't argue with the facts.
Dude, you in 2015 is lit now. Better than you in comedy. That's what that is. Yeah. This is bad.
Is this? I've never seen this before. This is the worst.
Nick Nichols had a mini series about his life, and this is the episode where he gets a nose ring and everyone makes fun of him.
I remember the mini series. Yeah.
So this is like a pilot?
No, dude, this is like episode 4.
Like season 6.
Yeah, this is 4 of 7.
So you guys had time to warm up for this. Okay.
You guys look at the framing of this shot is just very claustrophobic.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Don't bring art into this, Joe.
Yeah, don't bring art into this. Don't bring art into this, Joe. Aaron won't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of.
All right. Hey! This is going to be just as bad for me and Joe as it is Scarbrough.
All right, here's the first one.
Real quick. Okay.
Oh God.
Oh my God, dude.
That's as much Ryan's fault as it is Aaron's, though. Because look at that beard. I mean,
dude, not even the beard.
Beard's not great. The beard needs some TLC.
How does your chin? You're the only person that has a defined chin through your beard. Like, I can tell that you have an ass chin even despite your beard. It's horrific, man.
Well, Steven, that's what people look like when they're not obese. Jesus. I've never seen a chin before.
Steven's giving me shit. He's like, look at this fucking loser having a chin you can see. What an idiot. We're all like,
yeah. Dude, without I like that you're doing you're kind of looking hip these days, Steven, but when you don't dress like that, you look like you like the the villain in True Detective. Have you seen that? Where he's like my family's been around here a long time.
Oh my God, Scarbrough prepared for this show the way that I used to prepare in Springfield. He just for months.
Right, for 2 months. Right. Since his first episode, he was like, "I'll show these bastards."
And writing for Tricky.
Oh Jesus! Thank you, Scarbrough.
I planned for you to say something about people having chins.
This is a good one.
Oh God, it changed.
That's kind of a good one because it lets everyone know that I want to have fun.
Yeah. Did you edit these at all, or did you just does he just look like this? Like, is it just that pale?
I will never forgive Scarbrough for doing this to me.
Dude, I used to.
Nor should you.
So my brief stint as a comedy headshot photographer, I used to act like a real creep.
It wasn't brief enough.
Where I was
brief enough.
I wish it ended before
my shtick was I was trying to get people to laugh or whatever, but I'd just be like, "Hey, are you sure you haven't done this before, kiddo?
Right.
You got a real talent for this."
What is that editing trick you do after you take the picture where you take the light out of somebody's eyes? How do you do that? What is that?
Yeah. It does look like there's a gun just off camera.
God.
Oh Jesus.
So real quick,
Pretty
can
good.
I need a point of clarification.
Look at that tuft.
Yeah, I got some taco meat down there.
You got a soul patch above your nipple. Is this a real?
I have a soul patch on my chest. Oh my God!
I like to imagine that
when these were coming out. No, this is the one that he uses for his headshots.
Well, they like his video, and they're like, "Oh, he's open for some legit comics," and then they just get to the headshot, and they're like, we can't have our logo."
I'm glad you brought that up, Joe. Sal Vulcano is a very popular and well-loved comedic talent, perhaps one of the biggest working today.
Some would say one of the world's best. Yeah,
the biggest and best.
Was this a bit?
Wait,
this was definitely a bit. He tricked his friends into taking bad pictures as a bit, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds.
He sent me one. He photoshopped one to make me look. Oh, this fucker.
Okay, but Tricky and Joe, were y'all in on it?
No.
Absolutely not. No.
We thought we were getting a really good deal.
We knew that there would be some bullshit ones, but maybe we could get one decent picture to use.
Yeah, we were thinking because Scarbrough would be like, just try this, and we were like, okay, he's probably gonna take a bunch, and then we'll get 2 good ones or something. But he only released bad ones.
Yeah,
he only released bad ones.
There was a bunch that he took.
And so I was like, oh, this was a trick.
He lost them in editing or something. He couldn't get them back, and there was only the few.
Yeah.
Right.
These pictures are why Joe and I moved. Scarbrough moved Joe and I out of the Kansas City comedy scene.
Right.
Oh, glamour shots. I don't know.
Glamour. We need glamour. Oh God.
See, I remember you telling me. So you told me to put my hands on that wall, and then that's really me looking at you like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I remember saying
that's really my face reacting to how bad at this you are.
I am an artist.
You're not an artist. We've seen your Instagram. You just love Winsteads and embarrassing your friends.
It's like when you take a family photo and then they're like, all right, now we'll do a silly one, except they just deleted the serious one from before and that there's only this bullshit available. Was it just me and Tricky that signed up for this? Did anybody else get fucking hoodwinked into getting photos?
Celeste Torrance.
Oh God, yeah, I didn't include hers. Thank God.
Did you also
did you find the Joe ones, Colby?
Good question. No.
So that one's actually,
this one's actually not that bad.
That's not.
What are you doing with your left hand? Like you're so used to holding a fucking cigarette, like you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why you took me to a bus stop. You're sitting in a bus stop. It's like there's nowhere else we can
This
go.
comedian performs all over Route Blue every day except Sundays. You can catch this next comedian. Hell
they
yeah.
get worse. That's the best
Did
picture
you
he's taken me by
did you
far.
get the other one? Like the one where
I sent him one that's yeah.
Joe, I don't want to hear anything out of you because you use this picture sometimes.
No, I did. I used it.
I've seen this picture on every flyer for every show you've ever been on. What are you talking about?
I didn't pick it. They found it. They found it.
Oh man, Scarbrough really is a bully.
I'm gonna pull a Brandon Patrick and scrub these photos from the internet after I'm done here.
Joe, you could use that photo to get booked on Pomp and Circumstance.
Ooh, take it.
I know that's all right.
You never know what ears might be listening.
That's the one.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
my god.
That's
so
actually
casual.
my favorite photo of all time. You like just keep your arm going a little bit higher,
I just remember telling you, trust me, just trust me, dude. I went to school for this.
Scrunch your chin into your cheek. Is there any way you can do that? Oh god.
Yeah, that's a nightmare. God, that's terrible.
I like that you keep all of the yellow on the teeth, Scarborough. I like
He
that
really,
artistic
yeah.
choice.
Yeah,
It really does look like he's shining a flashlight in your
Yeah,
face right now.
Look, I'm an artist, but
It's the worst picture I've ever seen. No offense.
That is the ones that you shared too. How much worse were the rest of them? Good lord.
The other ones were better. He only shared the shitty ones. That's his strategy. That's what he.
That's his strategy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a mean girl.
After he put those photos out, I didn't get booked for 3 months, and he broke into He literally
He got fired from Legoland.
He leapfrogged me.
His wife left him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, you look like you're in the fetal position because like you already can tell how devastating this is all going to be.
That's how I was feeling on the inside during this entire thing.
So if anyone watching is interested in headshots, I'm available at aaronscarbrough.com.
Let's fucking pull up Scarborough's bio.
Tit for tat.
Jesus.
Yeah. This is what the holidays are all about. Walking through Northtown with a big bag of burritos. This was not part of the agreement.
Have you gotten hair plugs since then? Jesus.
Rewind that. Hold on. I need to see.
What is that? What is he saying?
Wow.
This is what the holidays are all about. Walking through Northtown with a big bag of burritos.
No one knows or cares what the fuck you're talking about.
Look at those headphones. Dude, those headphones
look, dude.
I've never seen you look more punchable, and I've got to be honest, that is saying something. That is
You do fucking look like a telemarketer here, which is fitting because that's what you were doing back then. Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you just watched Boiler Room?
Look at that hairline.
Like honestly.
Look at that hairline. That's why Steven wears hats all the time now.
I only wear hats on this show because I don't like to shower in the evenings.
Ugh. Well, that's
Good evening, Instagram. This is Scarbrough.
I gotta
I'm
pee.
just here to squash for good and all the rumors about me being a candy ass, and I'm gonna do that by shotgunning a LaCroix. How do you do this?
Aaron, come back here.
I have to pee.
Wait, what are you doing with the